Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another explosive episode breakdown here on daytime television Drama Central, where the usually calm and collected atmosphere of Loose Women was shattered in an instant when veteran actress Brenda Blethyn, the beloved star of Vera and countless award-winning performances, found herself in the middle of an unprecedented on-air meltdown that left the entire studio audience gasping in disbelief. It all started innocently enough, with Brenda taking her seat alongside the regular panel, including the outspoken Denise Welch, who has never been one to hold back her opinions. But what began as a light-hearted discussion about Brenda's latest project and her thoughts on modern acting techniques quickly spiraled into chaos when Denise decided to steer the conversation into dangerous territory, questioning Brenda's career choices in a way that many viewers later described as downright disrespectful. The tension was palpable from the very first awkward silence that fell over the set after Denise made what can only be called a cutting remark about how some actresses cling to old-fashioned roles instead of evolving with the times. Brenda's face tightened visibly as she tried to maintain her composure, but you could see the storm brewing behind her eyes. The panel attempted to intervene with light jokes and redirects, but Denise doubled down, refusing to let the moment pass, and that's when things took a turn no one saw coming. Brenda, who is known for her grace and professionalism under pressure, suddenly pushed back with a sharp retort that highlighted her decades of experience and talent, something along the lines of reminding Denise that not everyone needs to chase controversy to stay relevant. The exchange escalated rapidly, with raised voices overlapping each other until the producers in the control room had no choice but to cut to a hasty commercial break. But by then the damage was done and the fallout was immediate. As soon as the cameras stopped rolling, sources say Brenda was escorted off the set by security, while the remaining panelists sat in stunned silence, wondering how a simple guest appearance had turned into one of the most talked-about moments in Loose Women history. Social media exploded within minutes, with hashtags trending worldwide as clips of the heated moment circulated, and fans debated whether Denise had crossed a line or if Brenda had overreacted. But one thing was clear: this was no ordinary disagreement. It was the kind of television gold that keeps viewers glued to their screens. Yet it came at a cost, because shortly after the show wrapped, producers made the difficult decision to part ways with Brenda's involvement moving forward, citing the need to maintain a positive studio environment. As the dust settled from that chaotic afternoon on Loose Women, the behind-the-scenes details began to emerge, painting a picture of just how quickly things went from friendly banter to full-blown confrontation. Insiders close to the production revealed that Brenda had arrived at the studios in high spirits, excited to chat about her recent work and connect with the audience. But the moment Denise Welch spotted an opportunity to poke at what she saw as outdated views in the industry, the energy shifted dramatically. Denise, known for her bold personality and history of stirring the pot on the panel, wasted no time launching into a series of pointed questions that felt more like an interrogation than a conversation. She accused Brenda of being stuck in the past with her portrayal of strong, independent women in period dramas, suggesting that such roles no longer resonated with younger viewers who craved more diverse and edgy content. Brenda initially smiled through the comments, trying to keep things light by sharing anecdotes from her long career, but as Denise continued pressing the issue with comments that bordered on personal, the actress's patience wore thin. You could hear the frustration building in her voice as she defended her choices, passionately explaining how her work had inspired generations and brought important stories to life. The other panelists tried desperately to steer the talk back to safer ground, cracking jokes about favorite Vera episodes and asking about future projects, but the damage was already done. The audience in the studio started murmuring and shifting uncomfortably, while at home millions tuned in, wondering if this was scripted drama or genuine television history in the making. Producers watched nervously from the wings, knowing that any escalation could lead to major repercussions, and sure enough, when Brenda stood up mid-segment declaring that she wouldn't tolerate being disrespected on national television, the control room hit the panic button, cutting away abruptly to advertisements. The aftermath was swift and decisive, with ITV executives holding an emergency meeting to address the incident. Sources confirmed that Brenda was politely but firmly asked not to return for any future appearances to avoid further disruptions, while Denise received a private warning about toning down her approach. The entire episode sent shockwaves through the British entertainment industry, with fellow celebrities weighing in on social media, some praising Brenda for standing her ground and others criticizing Denise for turning a promotional spot into a battlefield. revealed what started as a routine guest slot had now become legendary in the annals of daytime TV lore, proving once again that live television is unpredictable and full of surprises that no script could ever prepare for. Diving deeper into the explosive clash that rocked Loose Women, it becomes evident that the heated exchange between Brenda Blethyn and Denise Welch wasn't just a minor disagreement but a collision of two strong personalities with very different approaches to fame and conversation. Eyewitness accounts from the studio floor describe the moment Brenda's expression changed from polite engagement to outright indignation after Denise made an offhand comment implying that older actresses like her should step aside for fresher talent. The air in the studio grew thick with anticipation as Brenda leaned forward, gripping the arms of her chair, and delivered a powerful rebuttal that highlighted her contributions to British cinema over 5 decades. She spoke eloquently about the importance of authenticity in storytelling and how dismissing classic roles was a disservice to audiences worldwide. Denise, however, didn't back down, instead firing back with her signature wit mixed with what many perceived as unnecessary sarcasm, suggesting that Brenda's defensiveness proved her point about being out of touch with modern entertainment. The back and forth continued for several intense minutes, with the other panelists exchanging worried glances and attempting to interject with calming remarks, but the spark had ignited a fire that couldn't be easily extinguished. Viewers at home flooded social media platforms with live reactions, some calling it the best television in years, while others expressed disappointment that such a respected actress was subjected to what felt like bullying tactics on a show meant for light entertainment. The producers eventually intervened by fading out the segment early and later releasing a statement emphasizing their commitment to respectful dialogue on air, but the real story unfolded behind closed doors, where Brenda reportedly expressed her frustration to the team, explaining that she felt ambushed during what was supposed to be a celebratory appearance. ITV quickly made the call to remove her from the guest list for upcoming episodes to prevent any repeat incidents, and word spread like wildfire through industry circles, causing a mix of support and criticism from fellow stars who have appeared on the show before. In the end, this incident served as a stark reminder of the fine line between lively debate and crossing boundaries in live television, with lessons learned on all sides, yet leaving fans eagerly awaiting the next chapter in this unfolding daytime drama saga that captured the nation's attention overnight. The repercussions from Brenda Blethyn's dramatic exit on Loose Women continued to ripple across the media landscape for days following the heated exchange with Denise Welch, as clips of the confrontation went viral, amassing millions of views and sparking endless debates online about respect, professionalism, and the role of panelists in handling guests. Brenda, who has always maintained a dignified public image, issued a brief statement through her representatives expressing gratitude for her fans and a desire to focus on her upcoming projects without further comment on the matter. Meanwhile, Denise Welch faced a wave of mixed feedback, with some applauding her for keeping the show engaging and others accusing her of unnecessary provocation that tarnished the program's reputation. ITV executives worked overtime to manage the fallout, holding internal reviews and reminding all staff of the importance of positive on-air dynamics. Sources close to the production revealed that the decision to part ways with Brenda's involvement and was not taken lightly but deemed necessary to restore harmony and prevent similar escalations in future episodes. The incident also prompted discussions within the broader entertainment community about how daytime talk shows balance entertainment with sensitivity, especially when featuring high-profile guests like Brenda, whose career spans generations and commands immense respect. The public reaction was overwhelmingly supportive of the actress, with trending topics highlighting her grace under fire and calling for more accountability from hosts who sometimes push boundaries too far in the pursuit of ratings. Denise later addressed the controversy indirectly during a subsequent broadcast, acknowledging that conversations can sometimes get passionate, but emphasizing her love for the show and its audience. Yet the shadow of that fateful day lingered, casting a new light on the dynamics of Loose Women and reminding everyone involved that live television carries inherent risks when strong opinions collide head-on in and this chapter added yet another unforgettable moment to the rich history of British daytime programming, proving that even the most seasoned professionals can find themselves at the center of unexpected storms that captivate viewers worldwide. Reflecting on the dramatic sequence of events that led to Brenda Blethyn being removed from Loose Women after her intense on-air confrontation with Denise Welch, it is clear that the episode highlighted deeper issues within the world of celebrity interviews and panel discussions. What began as a standard promotional appearance for Brenda quickly transformed into a battle of wits and egos when Denise chose to challenge her views on acting and relevance in today's industry. The tension escalated as Brenda defended her legacy with passion and clarity, refusing to let the comments slide without response. The studio atmosphere turned electric, with audience members whispering and shifting in their seats while the production team scrambled to maintain control, eventually opting for an early break to defuse the situation. In the aftermath, ITV's swift action to escort Brenda off set and subsequently bar her from future appearances sent a clear message about prioritizing the harmonious environment over sensational moments. Fans and critics alike dissected every second of the exchange online, with many praising Brenda for her poise and others debating whether Denise's approach was fair or overly aggressive. The story dominated headlines and social feeds for weeks, drawing in casual viewers who might not usually tune into the show and turning it into a cultural talking point that transcended typical daytime fare. Industry insiders noted that such incidents, while rare, underscore the challenges of live broadcasting, where unscripted words can lead to lasting consequences for all parties involved. Brenda returned to her work with renewed focus on film and theater projects, while Denise continued her role on the panel with a slightly more measured tone in subsequent episodes. The entire affair served as a cautionary tale about the power of words on television and how quickly a light-hearted chat can evolve into something far more memorable and controversial, leaving audiences hungry for more insights into the inner workings of these popular shows had shaped public perceptions of their favorite stars. Wrapping up this incredible story of the day, Brenda Blethyn was effectively shown the door from Loose Women following that unforgettable heated exchange with Denise Welch. We are left with a tale that perfectly encapsulates the unpredictable nature of live television and the clashes that can arise when different generations and personalities meet on screen. The incident not only provided endless entertainment for viewers but also sparked important conversations about respect, boundaries, and the responsibilities of those in the spotlight. Whether you side with Brenda's dignified stand or Denise's bold questioning style, there is no denying the impact it had on the show's reputation and the broader entertainment landscape. As clips continue to circulate and fan discussions rage on, it serves as a testament to the enduring appeal of drama, both scripted and real, in our daily viewing habits. Brenda has since moved forward with grace, focusing on her acclaimed career and new ventures, while the Loose Women team works to reboot Denise lost trust and ensure smoother interactions. Moving ahead, the public remains fascinated by the behind-the-scenes details and what this means for future guest appearances on the program. Ultimately, this moment reminds us all that television is at its best when it captures raw human emotion, even if it comes with a few surprises and tough decisions along the way, leaving everyone involved forever linked in one of the most talked about episodes in recent memory that will be referenced for years to come in the annals of British daytime television history.